because some people are worried about it, and I don't think you have anything to worry about. Actually, I'll bring up another thing showing. Here we go. All right, so I don't know if you guys heard, but Dylan Harper will not be participating in the California Classic. He will not be participating. I saw some people in the chat kind of worried, and you guys are like, "Oh my God, what happened? Is he hurt?" The Spurs are saying it's groin. I have no idea. What I do know is he wasn't going to play a lot anyways. But we do have something from Don Harris just to go over it. And yeah, I really like this. So this is what Don Harris had to say. All right, it's out of all the Spurs reporters, you can respect him the most. I mean, just to be real with you, right? He has some back and forth with some players here and there, but you can respect him the most. So he says, "It's been my experience over the past 35 years that minor issue is code for not really hurt, just too good for summer league. Same thing happened with Wemby and Castle. Harper will get a couple of runs in when they get to Vegas just to show a little, then they'll shut him down." One thing that's been a constant frustration, and I just got to deal with it, right? Like at this point, everyone's not going to agree with every single thing that I say, right? It's just not realistic. I could try to give my take on things the best of my ability, but it's not going to be realistic. But one thing that has been bothering me just a little bit is like when I say that Dylan Harper should start, and I give you my reasons, not only because of the talent, but because I trust Castle coming off the bench to run that bench unit, and even if we get to the end of games, he can still finish games. It doesn't matter, right? We have Manu. It happens. But yeah, I think that he fits. I think that he's very talented. Second overall pick, could have been the first overall pick in many of drafts. I just don't think that that's too controversial, and I think it's kind of a weird thing going on because a lot of Spurs fans are like, you have to earn it, right? And you got used to having Popovich where that felt like that was kind of the deal. But then again, we had so many years of having vets on the team and having an established core, right? Where Popovich would do that. You gotta build within the system. It takes some time. But the difference between those guys at that time and now is, number one, our circumstance is completely different. But number two, we weren't getting number 2 picks, okay? We weren't getting number 1 picks. That just wasn't the case. No one, and it's so weird because I understand like we love Castle, but this isn't a punishment. And I feel like a lot of people are treating this like it's a punishment. You know what I mean? It's wild. Yeah, exactly. They got to earn it over Keldon. Like, yeah, it's wild. It's not a punishment for Castle to come off the bench. If he starts at small forward, cool. But to me, what makes the most sense is for him to come off the bench. Hold on. Actually, what we'll do this. We'll do this live, okay? And you guys go ahead and tell me what your depth chart is. Here, we'll do one. Depth chart creation or whatever. Let's see here. We'll go to this website. Like, please tell me what makes the most sense to you, because maybe me just saying it rubs you the wrong way, but maybe if you actually like see what the team would look like, it'll make you feel a little differently. So start off with Fox, right? We'll have shooting guard. This is what I want to go with: Harper, Barnes, Sohan, Wemby. And then backup point guard, Castle, Vassell, Bryant. Man, I would like for us to go ahead and get a power forward here. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit with the power forward situation. I guess we'll have Keldon, backup Sohan, and then we'll have Cornette, right? And then behind that, you have Wesley. You have Malachi, Champagny. And I don't think we know how the rest looks, right? We don't know yet. Minix as power forward. The Spurs, they didn't re-sign Minix yet. I don't think. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think. But yeah, so take a look at this. Yeah, just create the table. I hate how ugly this looks. But how on earth is this bad? Look at the amount of balance that you have. Look how strong your bench unit is. I think that one thing people are doing is really underestimating how strong Fox could be with Wemby, right? We haven't seen them play together, and it could be insane. But I see this as balance. I see it as the second unit where Castle, I really do trust him coming off the bench, and I trust him being with the newcomer Cornette, and I trust him being with the newcomer Bryant. And with Harper, you surround him around two vets. That's going to put him in the best possible position to be as dynamic as he is. And then along with Sohan and Wemby, to kind of set the tone defensively. But Harper is a pretty good defender. But yeah, I just see this as a very difficult team to deal with. But people legit don't like this. They're like, no, let's just put Castle in there. Okay, so now I need to, which Harper is going to be phenomenal day one. I really do believe that. But okay, now I need to trust Harper and possibly, I don't know how much playing time they'll give Bryant right off the gate, but like I have to trust Harper to run a bench unit with the newcomer Bryant, get the most out of Keldon and the newcomer Cornette. Like, why? I like this the most. You have vets, you have people who've been with the team, and then you have this crazy dynamic scorer in Harper. And then Castle, I trust you. You can do your thing with the second unit. And he would absolutely demolish second units. Harper would too, but you know what I'm saying. Bassey ain't making this roster. Yeah, I don't know if Bassey's going to be here. So we have to see. Wouldn't mind having Bassey as the third option behind Wemby and Cornette. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't think this is that bad. I think this is actually a great starting lineup and bench, and I don't think this is disrespectful to anybody. We'll see, though. We'll see. Hopefully, the Spurs add just a little bit more talent, like one more player, and we're good. One more player, and we're good. But I like this. I like it a lot. Some fans are stuck in the early 2000s way of building rosters. Combo guards that are 6'5" and above with combo bigs is the way now. Yeah. And it won't be perfect, It's not like every starter sits down, then every bench player comes in. But this is a lot of, you have depth, you have a good mixture of experience. I just like it. But like people coming out and saying, what has Harper proved? Dude, him not playing in the California Classic, I think in and of itself shows how good he is, okay? It just is what it is. He's that good. He can handle that. Anyways. That's all I have to say.